How's it going, guys? This is Haley from Cinder North. She's here today to come and hang out and smoke with us and let us know what's good.
Hi.
So first off, let us know a little bit about yourself.
So I just turned 23. I'm originally from Wenatchee, and I moved here for college at Eastern. I graduated in June with a bachelor's in marketing and minor in econ and graphic design.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've been budtending since 2 years now, I guess. 1 year prior to Cinder.
Where'd you work at before?
Nirvana Cannabis Company.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is it about being a budtender that you like?
Well, I guess when I started, I was a medical patient when I was like 18, 19, and my first budtender was like one of my best friends, and it like we met through that, but I just like grew to really like that person, and it just kind of every time we came in, it was like he knew about my life, but I also realized that he knew like every other person's life, and he just got like really friendly with the community and stuff, and I always thought that was really cool, and it was someone I looked up to, and so I kind of role modeled myself after that. I was just like, I kind of want to be that person for people. Nice. Yeah, so.
Speaking of being a budtender, we like to smoke weed here on this. What did you bring today?
So I brought, let's see, I brought Rosé from GLW, Bud Bits.
Yeah.
Super good stuff. I brought the Platinum Girl Scout cookie from GLW also. And Elmer's glue from Liberty Reach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Liberty Reach really has good flower right now that I've been trying.
I just had the 24 karat gold last night, and it was so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you had the Mindo breath yet?
Not yet, no.
Oh man, that stuff's good.
Yeah.
That stuff is good. And then I am smoking on some Charlotte's Web from Daddy Fat Sacks. So why don't we go ahead and light up?
Let's see.
We got our grinder. Got a little pipe here for you. You grind your weed?
Sometimes, yeah. I used to not always, but my boyfriend kind of pointed out the positives to that. So
right.
I did start doing that.
I think it's always interesting. I've always ground my weed, and then when I started working here and I started interviewing more of the budtenders, some of them would just tear it apart and put it in there, and I was just like, man.
Yeah.
You're not getting any surface area.
Right.
To each their own. Everyone has their own belief system on it. I don't think there is a right or wrong way.
Yeah. No, that's actually something I hear in the shop a lot too. People talking about if they grind and if they don't, and why.
Yeah, it's not quite as good as like a real nice like 4-stage one, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't separate the keef out, but we're not that fancy on this show yet. We don't even have rolling trays. I'm the worst host in the entire world.
Hey, but we got the comfy chairs.
Yeah, exactly. We spent all of our money on chairs.
All right.
Chairs and weed, not grinders and rolling papers and trays.
It's okay. When I very first started smoking, I wasn't fancy, so I don't not being fancy.
Yeah. Bring it back to the root. So, what did you first try? Like, what was your first smoking experience?
Oh my gosh. I don't remember like what the strain or anything was, but I remember I was kind of like peer pressured into the situation. So I was
peer pressure.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, like I'll do it. And I was like really scared. But it was like, I don't know, it was one of those things I definitely didn't like at first, but after being peer pressured into it a few times, I was like, okay, like I see this, and I definitely feel like I didn't get like super high on my first time. I feel like I didn't even really know exactly how to do it. But there was times afterwards, like recently I took a break from smoking and then started smoking again, and the first time I smoked Gorilla Glue because I used to be like a really big sativa fan, and then it gave me a full-on panic attack. I was like literally walking back and like pacing in my living room, and my chest was tightening, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Gorilla Glue, why are you doing this to me? So I've been more like into indicas lately. Right. But yeah, no, that was an interesting first time again, I guess. I was like, oh my gosh, this is completely different. So
how's that for you?
Oh, thank you. Cinder lighter.
Yeah, cute. Cinder lighter. You got to get your cinder lighter. Or don't. It really doesn't matter. It's just fire.
We also have colored ones. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Have you gotten hemp wick yet?
Yes, I love hemp wick.
We need to get some hemp wick more in the stores. I like that.
Yeah, no, that one, that's a really good thing. I actually hear that a lot in the stores as well, is like people not wanting the lighter anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to suck in that butane. So I'm like, yeah, perfect option, you know. I always thought it was really cool. It's kind of expensive though.
Yeah?
Like, if you buy it in bulk from like an actual place, I don't know. That was the first thing I realized. I was like, wow. So.
I've never bought it. I've just like been at places where they'll use it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this tastes a lot better.
Yeah,
It
no, it
doesn't-
definitely does.
Doesn't burn your weed. It just, well, it incinerates it, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's like 2,000 degrees for a lighter versus like 400 for the flame.
Yeah, definitely. No, I like it a lot. I always have fun like trying to put it out after.
So how's the Gorilla Glue tasting?
It is pretty good. It tastes pretty earthy. Yeah, really earthy. I've always been like, tastes are hard for me. When I very first got my job at Nirvana, we had to fill out a really extensive like review sheet that was like all about taste, and it had like all the different tastes on there and stuff, and it was always something that I would like be like, what am I tasting right now? And it took a long time for me to differentiate what it was, you know, even though there's like those staple like tastes and smells from me. But yeah, no, that was the one hurdle I had to tackle.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, earthy, kind of woody.
Yeah, I think that's always the hard thing for me is like, I think most weed usually tastes around the same. You know, you'll get certain like limonene you can always taste and certain things like that. But man, it's just like most of the time I'm like, it tastes like weed.
Yeah,
it tastes good, but it tastes like weed.
No, that was definitely a huge thing for me. I'm like, weed. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah, it was always more for me like, well, it tastes like weed, but this is way smoother than that is. So that's how I always started developing my taste for things. Was, did it make me cough? No.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's true, yeah. No, I've had some really, like, man, I actually just had a kudu joint when I started smoking again recently. And I was like, I haven't, smoked a joint in a while. I'm definitely going to cough my way through this. And it was so smooth, I didn't cough once, and I was really surprised. And it just makes me think of times that I had cough. Like, I literally have coughed so hard I threw up once from a harsh joint.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really, like, totally, like, flabbergasted. I was like, what just happened to me? But, no, yeah. So having a smooth joint is, like,
that's key.
You need it. Yeah.
You gotta have it. What do you usually smoke out of?
Well, usually I'm kind of a dab person.
Yeah.
So I take a lot of dabs. Yesterday we just cleaned the bong, and we have a pipe. Before that it was just a pipe. But I felt like I was taking dabs more than I was really smoking flower. But I don't know. After we cleaned out the bong, I was really digging on that last night. So,
yeah.
I kind of switch it up. It depends on my mood. Yeah. I kind of go. I'm like, every season it's kind of something different.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I usually tend to like get going on just like one thing. Like I'll just smoke joints, or I'll just smoke out of my bong, or I'll just do dabs. Yeah. And then I find like that'll make it so like I've done dabs where it's just like you keep dabbing. It's like I'm not getting very high anymore. And then you go and buy like just a cheap pre-roll, and that just gets you messed up because you're not used to the flower anymore.
Exactly. I talk to I talk to customers about that a lot, about like switching back and forth and how they really do have different like tolerance levels, I feel like, or just a different effect overall. But yeah, I totally agree. Sometimes I used to be one of those people that would like wake up and be like, let's get really elaborately high today, like not just high, but like smoke like a gravity bong or something, like just something like old school but fun, or like a gas mask. So you're like, wow, I haven't done this for forever, but it just gets you like stupid high until you pass out. So sometimes that was like my goal in college. I was like, let's do this.
Yeah. So what would be like your ideal then like day where you didn't have to do anything? You could smoke out whatever or have whatever. What would that day look like?
I would probably go too hard. I would probably like make it like the Olympics, like try everything, you know? Like, I remember there was a 420, like, April 20th, that I was hanging out with my friends, and everyone, we got high every day, we smoked together every day, so it was like, we're just smoking together. I'm like, guys, we gotta do something like cool, like, let's do like a waterfall or something. So I got everyone to do that, and, I was too much for a lot of people, but I thought it was fun. But yeah, no, it would definitely be something like that. Like I would wake up and I would like probably early, like 7 a.m. because I don't usually wake up that early, and I would just want to get it all in. But yeah, I would just wake up and probably smoke out of a bong, probably eat a few edibles, and just like probably progressively smoke. Like I would want some blunts. I would want definitely a gravity bong. You know, I don't know. I would just be pre-rolls all day. Yeah, it would be crazy.
So on your blunts, what's your wrap?
Oh gosh, I honestly can't roll like at all. So I'm just like, I only get to smoke blunts when I'm with friends. So depending on whatever they like Bailey is the home girl. She's a blunt girl for sure. And I smoke blunts with her. I also have a really good friend, Marco. He gets like the flavored ones a lot. Bailey, I know she can roll mean backwood. So like it kind of just depends. Actually, Marco, he was really good. One time we got one of those acid cigars, and it was like really leafy on it, and so he split it open and got it stuffed and totally like rolled it into a blunt, and that one actually was the craziest one I've ever had in my life. But yeah, I'm pretty much down for anything. It really doesn't matter.
Nice. Yeah. Have you done the king palm leaves that we have?
I haven't got to yet. I wasn't smoking when we very first got them in, and since I have been like staring at them like I need to try this, but like I said, I don't know. I guess I could stuff it. I'd probably be good at that. But yeah, I've been like I need someone, you know, to do that with.
Oh man, those are my favorite. I think just they burn so smoothly and just evenly, and then it's got like a corn husk filter. Yeah. And just you don't feel anything. It's great.
No, that's super cool. I have to try it for sure.
What's like the craziest thing that you've smoked so far?
Like strain wise or product wise?
Either one, both actually. What's the craziest strain you've smoked, and then what's the craziest product that you've got?
Okay.
Because you guys get lots of samples from stuff that we don't carry, just farms all over. So we get some of the craziest stuff that I've seen.
Yeah. I would say. Well, the craziest thing I think I've smoked is probably going to be the THCA, just because there was nothing like that at the time at the market. And like when I smoked that, I was working at Nirvana, and it was Fat Pandas. And it was really good. I dipped distillate dabs in it, and it just, I mean, I had such a high tolerance at that point. I feel like it was like, I got really high, but it was like the only thing really getting me really high at that point. But yeah, and it lasted me a long time, which is something I thought was super cool. Nice. But also, like, cabbie cones, they, like, before, I don't know, I feel like they've kind of, their quality has gone down, in my opinion, as a consumer. But when I very first started, like, I went to Wenatchee, actually, and one of the dispensaries there had a cabbie cone that was one of the bigger ones, and it was a raspberry one, and it's the best infused joint I've ever had in my life. Like, it got me so high. And it like was saturated on the inside throughout, so it was really evenly burning. Like it burned forever. It actually got 3 of us really, really high, like to the point where like we were like laughing so hard, and like I haven't been this high like honestly in this long. And I just wish I wish I had found those more often, because now I feel like they're kind of smaller and they're not as like, it just didn't pack as much of a punch. But man, the cabbie cone, I don't know what it was about it. That was really crazy. But yeah, so. And then like the craziest strain I've ever smoked, gosh, it would definitely have to be, I don't know, I think Acapulco Gold, but in not like a way that was like, oh my god, I got so high off of it. It was more of like, I actually was like having kind of an anxiety attack, and I was in my car alone. I was driving home, and I was like, okay, I need to smoke, like I need to chill out, you know? So I had just picked up this Acapulco Gold, and I smoked it, and within like 10 minutes I was giggling to myself in my car. So I was like, wow, that's, you know, that has to be good weed if I'm giggling to myself when I was like just can't breathe like 5 minutes ago, you know? So it was really, that was like, I was astonished at that strain. So
yeah, that's a good like just old school, always been around type of strain.
Yeah, I had no idea at the time. My grandpa was like, what? I want some of that.
You got some Acapulco Gold?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, speaking of old timers with weed, have you seen the like photos from High Times top 10 strains in the 70s?
Yes, I did.
Oh man.
That was so funny.
Would you smoke that stuff?
I feel like I probably did when I was younger.
Yeah.
Something at least, I mean, probably not those ones, but you know, similar looking bud. And I feel it's something that actually it cracks me up because older people will come in and they'll be like, oh, you know, I've been smoking longer than you've been born. This stuff used to be so good. And like, then you see those pictures and it just makes me so like laugh. I'm like, you know, but it also shows how like picky we become after a while.
Yeah.
And how like before it's like whatever gets me high, you know, like that was what they were looking for, you know? And so it didn't really matter what it looked like. It still worked. That was the point of it. And, but yeah, nowadays it's just like all these super buds, you know, they look so great, and it's just crazy how much they've perfected it over time, you know, and now those people are like, oh, I don't want anything like, you know, any bad stuff. But it's, to me, I'm like, it all works. So I just don't really care. But yeah, it is nice to have like good stuff, good looking stuff, I guess.
Yeah. You got to start staring at everything, and you know, you break out little pocket lights, and you're just like, oh, the trichome structure is great.
Yeah.
It almost takes away the fun of getting high.
Yeah, almost.
Now it's like you get to be like a cannabis snob.
Yeah. No, sometimes I feel like a personal weed shopper. That's how I feel. Yeah, people are like, they just come in and ask for my suggestions, which is cool. You know, they trust me. But it is fun to like know a lot about the product and know, like, hear what they're looking for and be able to give them like the best of what they're looking for, you know? Like, I just feel like it's kind of like they just trust me, and I'm like, okay, I know, so I pick out all the best stuff that I know they would like, you know? So yeah, that's a really fun part of the job.
Nice. So when I go into a store, I usually just tell the budtender, you know, like, I'm looking for a heavy indica, or I'm looking for this type of feel. When you go into a store now, you're a budtender, you know all the strings and everything.
Yeah.
Do you still ask the budtender that helps you for their recommendation, or do you just go off of yourself?
Yeah, so sometimes, like with working here all the time, like I feel like I get saturated with our products and kind of, you know, just the stuff we carry, and I'm seeing the stuff all day. But I think it's similar, like when I go to a different store, kind of like I used to work in fast food, and now when I go to a fast food place, when I order exactly how I know I would have want to like hear it, you know, at the time. So that's kind of how I am. But I'll either, like, sometimes I'm just exhausted with all the strains. Like, I have seen them a lot, so I'll just kind of be like, pick, you know, what do you think? Like, I definitely rely on Budtenders' opinions still. And just kind of like, I know I have my own opinion and like my own knowledge, so I can always weigh back on that. But yeah, I'm pretty indecisive as well, so it takes me a minute at a store. But yeah, I think that the Budtenders' knowledge is honestly really golden, especially if you're working with like really honest ones and not just trying to sell you a product. But I feel like that's how everyone kind of feels, is like, I want you to have a good experience and not just push something on you, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I always really like about this is like, I did 7 years in retail, and that was always just like sell. I have never heard at any meeting ever like, we really need to sell hard, guys. It's always just been like, get the customer what they want. Give them the best product for them. Yeah,
exactly. That's actually something we're working on at our store right now, is like we're doing weekly goals and stuff, but we were talking about listening and like the importance of listening to a customer. And because sometimes people will be like, oh, you know, I like sativas, but everything they describe what they want is an indica, you know? And like how, like, we do have great products, and you're not just trying to push stuff on people, but sometimes we get eager to sell what we love. And so it's like, you know, we just want to take a step back and like really focus on listening to what people have to say, and like, you know, getting them that great experience and wanting to come back. So, but yeah.
That's always my problem, is like, anytime I try something that's super good, I'm like, everyone has to try this. So the Instagram will always be like, if I try a new strain, all of a sudden it's like, there's 3 or 4 like company photos from that, and it's just like, everyone needs to try this right now. And it's just, that was what I really liked. You might like something completely different.
No, I did that, especially at Nirvana. I would sell out of the stuff that I loved, and then we wouldn't get it back in. And I was like, dang it. But it's hard, you can't like shut up when someone asks. You're like, oh, but this is so good.
Right.
So.
So you're around the product all day. What is something that you think is just super cool that no one else is really trying?
Acapulco Gold from Daddy Fat Sacks came in looking phenomenal, like super great. And so that was, you know, one that I think was a kind of a hidden gem, along with their Sugar Black Rose. And that was one that kind of, I feel like a lot of people go for the exotics, you know, or Virginia Company is always like pretty sought after. And So I was kind of trying to put those out there. We also got, let's see, the Cookie Puss. That's the new one. A lot of people kind of, you know, like, I don't know, we definitely know about them, but we're like, not like, it's not like our first suggestion, I guess. But a lot of people they seem to really like it the first round. So yeah, we got those in. I think the Liberty Reach bud, I would say it's like one of the hidden gems, but it was sold out so fast that I was like, what? So I guess that a lot of people really like that too. I don't know. We kind of operate with a smaller inventory, so everything just like, I guess we're pretty transparent. The GLW bud bits, I feel like a lot of people always forget about. So like, I want a $25 eighth, and I'm like, these always, because they're great every time. Quality is supreme.
That's what I love about GLW's Bud Bits is like, I remember I went to the North Store and I was like, hey, do you guys have any rosé? Didn't have any rosé, and someone was like, well, we got in Bud Bits, and I was like, what's Bud Bits? I didn't even know that there was Bud Bits.
Oh gosh, just crazy.
If you need a really good eighth and don't have $35, you got $25 or whatever. Bud Bits. Or try I know lots of different but brands sell like their popcorn bits, whatever they want to call it, and it's all the same weed. It's just it's not those giant, you know, huge buds that everyone likes to see. It still smokes just as well.
Exactly. And going back to grinding or not, if you always grind, then the bud bits have less stems.
Oh,
so
there you go.
You know, they're just little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did just get some in from Virginia Company.
Nice.
And, Blackstar. So.
There you go. I'm going to have to try the Virginia Company ones, because my problem with Virginia Company is that their buds are too pretty to smoke. So as a photographer, I'm always just like, I don't have my professional setup here yet. I can't smoke you yet. I've got like 3 or 4 like jars of weed that I haven't like tore into the real big bud yet, because I'm like, I need to take those photos.
That's funny. I just have been digging on Platinum Delight from Drift Boat, and I am guilty of that. I definitely Snapchatted like a couple videos of that bud. It's so pretty.
You got it.
Yeah, when you see it, you're like, I have to remember this.
Absolutely. So, what are some of like your top favorite brands?
Ones that we carry or ones that we don't?
Ones that we carry and ones that we don't.
Okay, cool. So, I would say I really like SPP. Even before, we carried them at Nirvana before I came to Cinder, and I always loved their quality for their price point, especially their cartridges is something. I just feel like they're a really reliable brand. I like them a lot. GLW definitely. I also really love Heavenly Buds and Surefire. I know we just got samples in from Rochester Farms, and that one they're really good too. Let's see, Virginia Company, definitely. I also really miss Rainier Acres.
Yeah.
Their oil was really good. And Kush Valley, I guess. I kind of have different for like bud and for oil. Definitely. Columbia Concentrates, love their oil. Love even their Silver Line is like so good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's the one I always go for. So. But yeah, no, they're really good. I love everyone in kind of a different way. But those are my top.
That's what I like, is like, I've never really run into a farm that's just like, this is terrible. You always get, you know, like, you can base it off of, if you're spending $2 on a pre-roll. It's probably not going to be the best pre-roll, but it was $2.
Exactly, you get what you pay for, and so that's what I always look at as price points. Like, for that price point, that quality is good or great.
I feel like the $35 to $45 range is like my favorite range, because you can get really, really good weed, and it hasn't reached that point of just being stupid priced.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like Sonic Green is probably one of my favorite brands, and even with our discount, I'm still just like, whew,
yeah, no,
that's expensive.
Seriously. I'm just like, it kind of is like an old school thing, I guess. Paying $40 or more for an eighth for me is like out of the question. Like, I can't. Like, it's just, I mean, maybe sometimes if I see it and it's like, I have to have this.
Right.
But like, honestly, just knowing, like, I don't know, it was hard for me to pay $40 before weed was legal. So now that I'm like, I don't know. And I guess, same thing, I always think of it like full price is like $10 per gram or more, you know. 40 for an eighth.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, prices have dropped so much though, so it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
But yeah, that price point is really good.
And there's something for it.
Yeah, no, definitely. The variety is great.
So I think you said you're more of an indica person, right?
Yeah, I was sativa, but now I'm kind of indica.
What is it about the indica that you like better?
I guess I'm like a hybrid person, so because the sativa, what I liked about it is that if it's stony behind the eyes, then I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm high, you know. But like with indicas, if it's pure, it's just all body, and I didn't really like feel as much like I'm not stoned.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone has a different meaning of stoned and what that feels like, I guess. But for me, it's definitely behind the eyes, and so I like hybrids now that are like stony like that behind the eyes, but also just really relaxing, not too much, you know. I like the body high, but I also am prone to like getting like muscle jolts or like twitches.
Oh.
You know, I don't know, I just like twitch sometimes when I'm really high on indica, so I don't know. I'm just like the best of both worlds. That's what I sell to us customers too. I'm like the best of both worlds, and that's truly what it is for me at this point.
Yeah, I really like hybrids too. Those are always, it's nice to have like that body high while you still can get a mind high of right behind the eyes. It's always, you do feel that. You're like an immediate like, oh, I get it.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll walk into a room and I'll be like, why did I walk into this room? And then I will turn around and walk out, and then I'll remember, and I'll walk in and I'll forget again, and that's just too much sativa for me. I'm like, I can't. I gotta get on with my day. So
it's the door. It's wiping your memory.
Literally. Yeah.
So how about edibles? What are you doing for edibles?
So edibles, I like. I really like homemade edibles for sure. But I love the drinks. The drinks are like my thing for sure. I did get some of those. I was just telling my coworkers. I did get some of those Zoots, like Blondie.
Oh,
the
the
Blondie brownies, yeah. Because we have them on sale right now, so like I need to pick some of those up. But I got really high off other edibles, and then I ate those because they taste good, and then I got more high and ate them more, and it was a bad situation. But yeah, no, definitely. I love the drinks. Ray's lemonades are like my favorite. Huckleberry 75 milligram all day. Day. So.
Ray's lemonade is so good, and they infuse the sugar so it gets you even quicker.
Yeah, it's something else. But I also like the cannabis quencher, orange cream pop?
I haven't tried the orange cream yet.
Okay. I've done a research study, and everyone says that the root beer and the cola are the best. It's a lie. The orange cream pie is the best.
Cream is the best.
So you gotta try it. If you haven't tried it, I was super stoked. I want to put it in ice cream. So yeah, no, it was really good.
Nice. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Orange cream is the best one so far.
Yep.
Have you tried the Moscow Mule?
I haven't. I'm not a ginger person. So, but I heard from one of my coworkers that they liked it.
Yeah.
So
if you like ginger, because you have to like ginger. If you like ginger, I would say that's the best.
The best, yeah. No, that's what they told me too. So that's pretty.
I love the cola and I love the root beer, but that Moscow Mule, just that ginger is just such a nice, like, refreshing new taste.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of, even with our ginger mints, I see a lot of people pick those up, and I'm like, I wonder how, but a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, that makes me excited hearing you say that, because I know you're gonna love the orange.
Yeah.
It is so much better than all of those.
Nice. Orange cream is like one of my favorite flavor combinations, so I'm interested to try that. Has there been anything so far that you've just been like, oh my god, why aren't we just getting more and more and more of this?
I think I like GLW the most.
Yeah.
I love their stuff. We got Alien Cookies back in from Kudu though, and that was a huge one. That was like, when are we gonna get more of this? I also think that Double Dutch Farms does a really good job, and I think that was a good purchase. I'm excited to see more of it because we're almost out of it now. But yeah, I guess I'm always excited for new orders. So I just think those three for sure have been performing really well, and I'm always happy when we get new stuff in.
Is there like an old faithful string for you though, like that you'll always go to?
Yeah, that's gonna be Blue Dream and Super Lemon Haze for sure. Blue Dream was like my first favorite. I just love how true it always is. Doesn't matter who grows it, it's always the same effects. You always know exactly what's gonna hit you, and I'm just like, cool. So that's kind of, I don't know, yeah, that's what actually started me on, instead of going by like THC percentages or anything like that, I go by the strains and their parents and like what they do, because I just found that they're pretty true to that. But yeah, no, Blue Dream, super stony behind the eyes, and then Super Lemon Haze is just like so like refreshing of a taste, and a high too. It's like giggly but not too much.
Yeah.
And you can still get stuff done and you're in a happy mood. That's the biggest for me, is mood booster. So
yeah, I would say Super Lemon Haze is one of those for me as well.
Yeah.
Always a good high.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should smoke some more weed. That's what I think.
For sure. Actually, oh yes.
Do you want the lighter? Yeah.
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you. So, you are a concentrate person.
I am.
What is it about concentrates that you like?
I guess the part where they kind of make you feel like you're never gonna breathe again and you need to like lay on the floor, like chill out. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just, for me, after a while, I had to like smoke maybe like 3 bowls to get like desired effect. So as far as time wise, concentrates definitely helped me, because I could just take a dab and then move on with my life. But yeah, I guess that I was smoking for a long time, and then when I very first tried it, like dabbing, it blew my world away, and I was just kind of like, wow, that was crazy. And then after a while, you know, at first it was definitely more of like an occasional thing, like I couldn't do that every day, but then I was like dabbing multiple times a day, and I was chilling. So I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it definitely came down to like a time thing. And then I just liked the manipulation of like flavor and stuff like that. And yeah, I noticed that you can get a lot more flavor out of it, and I really liked that. So.
Are you a high temperature dabber then?
I kind of dab a little bit hotter than normal.
What's your nail setup like?
It's a quartz. I think it's 4 millimeter thick.
Okay.
Yeah, and just like a little, nothing cool and expensive, but just a little dabber. I actually got it at the discount smoke place next to Cinder.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, that's kind of, we try to keep it clean. Sometimes I'm not as good as it. I like tried to time it more too. I don't know how the full time to do that as well. I'm not that great. I do like 20 seconds after it's hot, so I don't know, but it works for me. I like it.
Good. What are you buying on payday, and then what are you buying on your off payday?
Okay. That's a good question. So on payday, I would definitely probably go for Columbia Concentrates Gold Line, or like a terp sauce from like Dog Star or Western Culture. I love that Seatown Lemon Haze. That's like my absolute favorite. That was the first thing I bought at Cinder, and it actually took my whole 8-hour shift to decide what I was going to take home that night. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, no, that one is a great one always. Yeah, so definitely more of like a terp sauce, or maybe like oleum. I love oleum too. And then like on an off day, or off payday, I would definitely probably buy like SPP or GLW. They have really reasonably priced oil that's always great. That's I think honestly, between like Budtenders at Cinder, like we all love that. Like the GLW grams are something that everyone falls back on quite a bit. And they're just great quality. Like they've even kind of jumped up to like, maybe I won't buy this on payday and just get multiple of them because they have such a good price point. But yeah, no, SPP has definitely come up in the running. The only thing I don't really like as much is that they are drier crumbles, which is harder to deal with, but they definitely do have a good selection of sugar waxes too. And yeah, you just can't really beat their quality for their price point.
Yeah. Those regulator cartridges are just such a great deal.
Yeah, no, seriously. It's hard to not suggest that every time someone comes in. I'm like, man, we got a lot of cartridges, but these regulators are just blowing them out the water.
Yeah.
You know, they have a really, their price point is phenomenal for their quality. Yeah, and they have such a good selection.
Do you do cartridges a lot?
Yeah, I definitely love the cartridges. Bodie High's Secret Stash was really good. I liked, my coworker bought the AC/DC one, and that was the first one I tried. That one was really good. I loved the CBD and that. And then we also tried the Super Silver Haze, and that was awesome. I love the adjustable airflow.
Yeah.
All of that. I also, like, before that, I would definitely think Artisan would have been my, like, top. Just the fact that it's distillate oil, and, like, I love the setup of the cartridge. I think it has bigger clouds. You know, I just think that it was, like, really good quality. But yeah, those regulators are, like, they kind of blew the field too. That's a really great price as well. So
yeah, when they have the, like, circle top as opposed to, like, the little thin regular one that everyone has, just such bigger clouds.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Artisans were like too.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I don't know what it is. Maybe the airflow, but yeah, no, they're great. I like that they're kind of they keep, like, reforming, you know, like, with their design and stuff. And I think that's with all cartridges, you know, everyone's kind of trying to level up, I guess, which is cool to see.
Yeah, people are really starting to take their cartridge game seriously.
Yeah.
It felt like cartridges were just sort of like everyone liked cartridges, so we did cartridges.
Yeah.
Now it feels like people are finally being like, well, cartridges are a vital part of our system, so we need to make sure that they're good. With Bodhi High's, their high terpene, that AC/DC, like, I love CBD vape pens, and New Vape and New Green, they had one that I really, really liked.
Yeah,
they had a great
nice
AC/DC.
Yeah.
And then Bodhi High has this new AC/DC, and it has a little bit more THC in it. And so you crank that adjustable airflow up, and it's just like you're just puffing away on it, and I would say you actually kind of get high off of the AC/DC.
Yeah, no, I definitely, like, literally that was when I was just smoking again, and I was like, wow, I actually I think I'm pretty high from this, you know? I was like, maybe I shouldn't smoke anymore. But no, it was, and I love, for some reason, CBD concentrates always taste great.
Yeah.
Like the Amazing Grace, they taste like gummy bears. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, how is this so good? Why is it candy? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing Grace. That's what I got for, like, my 31st birthday. I was just like, I just want a gram of Amazing Grace. And every morning before work, I dab that, and it's just like, man, I just feel so good. I feel relaxed and refreshed. You're not high, you just feel refreshed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, a lot more relaxed. Is that Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, this one's Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web was, like, my very first, like, favorite. Yeah. So, and, that, and there's Pennywiser.
Yeah.
Too. That one's a really great one. Gosh, there's so many.
I can't think of, like, my favorite CBD strain. There's just so many fun, like Harlequin's another good one.
Harlequin, yes. Help me with her hangover.
Yeah. If more farms are watching, you guys should do more CBD strains.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yep.
Is there anything that you haven't seen yet that you would like to see?
You know, something that I really like is the multiple gram packs of oil.
Yeah.
So, like, the Sweet Ass Pipe Bombs, super great, retailing at 90, which is, like, ridiculous, I think. I think that's a steal for 4 grams of that quality. But I would love to see, like, even just a 2 gram pack. Or, you know, maybe infused joints stuffing a game up. Like, I know we got some SVP and Sitka, but I would love to see some more GLW. That'd be really cool. That's, like, on my wish list. But, yeah, just anything like that would be really interesting, I think. I definitely have heard a need for it. Also, moon rocks, I feel like, have kind of tumbled off the cliff and never come back. People still really like those and, like, really want them. So I think moon rocks would be, like, super prime to have in the store.
Yeah, moon rocks are so fun.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, and people are like, where's the moon rocks at all the time? So I think it would be cool to see that again.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Is there any, like, old school, like, stoner cliches that you have now picked up? Like, I just have the word. I already had a really bad short-term memory. Now it's just, I mean, like, it's just pretty much non-existent. I'll just state that right now.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll go and get food, and I'll be eating pizza, and I'll have set it down, and then I'll, you know, 20 seconds later, you're like, man, I really wish I had pizza right now.
Yeah.
And then you look over and you're like, oh, there's pizza!
Yeah. No.
What's yours?
I definitely, memory is hard for me. Yes, very hard. definitely like even just like waking up and being like, what happened last night? Like I didn't even get like drunk, and I'm like, I just got really high, and like, what did I do before? I probably ate a million things, so who knows. But yeah, and I think that my memory is hard. Like I said, I'll walk into a room, forget what I was doing, walk back out, remember, and I'm just like, I can't do anything in my life. Can't progress. But yeah, gosh, I'm trying to think if there's I'm sure that I do, you know, being blonde. I get that already. So I think it's actually pretty funny because at the store sometimes, if we like mess up or do something, like customers will be like, you're high, you know, and I'm like, no, actually, I wish I was. But yeah, no, they just like, but they don't believe you. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, okay, like, so that happens to me sometimes when I'm sober. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like with Disjointed, ever since that came out, like, I see a lot of people on the internet being like, man, I wish I could just smoke weed in my job all day.
Yeah.
No one's smoking weed inside of a store. You cannot do that.
No, it's not okay.
You can't come to work high. You can't leave work high because at no point in time should you have been smoking weed.
Yeah, exactly. No, Disjointed, love it. But it totally, I mean, it's definitely, it was medical days is what that was.
Right.
You know, that was how the atmosphere then, but it's totally different from the retail side now. It's super funny though because of all the customers that come in. I feel like there's definitely like all those staple types of customers that come in every day. That's just like us, you know, the groups, and it's just funny to watch and relate to. You're like, I do this for a living,
Lots of dank and dabbies.
Dank and dabbies, That's hilarious. I love like the moms that are kind of just like neurotic too. You're like, oh God. They're like, I can't do this anymore. You're like, it's gonna be okay. Have this joint.
Yeah, the first time I watched it and I saw them doing like YouTube stuff, I was like, how dare you do that? Yeah, I am much better at it than that. I was like, no one's just going, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we put effort in.
Yeah. No, that's a funny one. But yeah.
Is there any like I'm a huge reality TV show fan when I'm high, like I love watching like The Bachelor. I love trashy TV.
Yeah,
I will just get super high and then I'll watch The Bachelor or like Real World, Floribama. I just finished that. Like, what are like some of your dirty like just get high and watch shows?
So definitely if Game of Thrones is on, that's like number one.
Yeah.
Hands down, I'll just say that. But lately, Black Mirror is a good one to get high and watch. It makes the what the hell like extra.
I bet.
Whoa, yeah. But let's see. Supernatural is one I've been watching.
Ooh,
lately.
yeah.
So yeah, my boyfriend likes that one a lot. I haven't seen it before. Well, I've seen it but I'm watching it with the storyline and everything now, and it's pretty good. I feel like that 70s show is one of my favorites always. Though.
Yeah.
Like I will still watch that, or even Friends. Those are two like you just kind of okay. I got high for like the first time again when I started smoking again. We were watching Empire, and I was so high. It was like literally like everything was like moving around, and it felt like they were really far away, and I was in this weird thing, and like. I hope that this isn't a spoiler, but it is a spoiler for the last season. He like has a mental breakdown, and like so I felt like I was having a mental breakdown. I was like, this is so intense, like what's happening, you know? And I was just like way too high, and it really ruined it for me, like especially that character. I was just like, this is crazy. So that one I've stayed away from since. But.
Has there ever been like the thing that I really like about weed is like it really gets me into it. Like I watched How to Get Away with Murder, and Viola Davis is giving, you know, like one of her impassioned speeches in the courtroom, and I'm just bawling. I'm like, the system is rigged. Is there any that are just like you can't like? After that, I'm not sure I can watch How to Get Away with Murder like that high again. Yeah. Is there any where you're just like, that's just too much?
Yeah, I am definitely a documentary person, and like anything crime related. So like, the OJ like trial ones, I love those. Soaked in Bleach about Kurt Cobain.
Oh my gosh,
Oh gosh. That one was, I can't watch that one again.
Wait,
but
here's the real question. Did Courtney do it?
she totally killed him.
Courtney did
Totally
it!
killed him.
Courtney definitely killed Kurt Cobain.
Definitely conspiracy, like 100%. Yeah, she killed him. I can't believe it. I'm still mad that we're not like more focused on like what happened with that. But
that's our personal opinion.
Yeah.
Cinder has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But Courtney Love, you definitely killed Kurt Cobain. That wasn't nice.
For real.
You kind of ruined the PNW.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that I love anything like that. We also watched Born in China recently on Netflix. It's about animals born in China.
Oh, that
super
sounds bad.
adorable. Yeah. It follows them around through a whole year in different seasons and what they do. Definitely check that one out because it's cute. Especially if you're really high, you're like, what? But yeah.
Planet Earth. That's it. Have you watched Planet Earth?
Yes.
That's so good.
Yeah, that one's great.
Oh man.
Anything like that when I'm stoned is like what I want to do all day and lay in bed, but I don't get a lot of time to do that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've learned that you're a concentrate person. We've learned that you love cute animal documentaries.
Yes, I do.
And we've learned that you have been a Budtender at 2 different places. Is there any other things that we should know about you?
I don't know. That I'm cool.
You're cool.
Yep.
And you're cool.
Be my friend. Come visit me at the North Store.
Exactly. Exactly. Come on down. Visit her at the North Store. Say hi if you see her. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Be sure to click the like button, hit subscribe, and then comment below. Let us know what you think. Have a great day, guys.